So apparently everything is fine with Xbox. Nothing to see here, right, guys? That's what Microsoft wants you to believe, but when Target and Walmart literally start quietly pulling Xbox products from their shelves, the only defense that we get at this point is a half hearted PR statement from Windows Central. Yeah, no, I'm not buying it. Something's off here, guys, because if Xbox was really thriving, why are we seeing liquidation sales? Why are we seeing missing planograms, empty holiday catalogs that don't even mention Xbox in any form or fashion? Let's talk about what's really going on, guys, and why this might be the most convincing and concerning sign yet for Microsoft's gaming division, that is Xbox. So over the weekend, a Reddit thread started gaining traction, guys. Employees at Target and Walmart were claiming that Xbox sections were being completely removed entirely from upcoming holiday planograms. We talked about this on last night's video. We're not talking just empty shelves, guys. Not a late shipment. We're talking entirely gone from the face of entire stores like Walmart. And at first, it kind of sounds like it's your typical internet rumor until other people, allegedly employees themselves, started chiming in saying the same thing was happening at a lot of their stores. So, this isn't coming out of nowhere either, guys. If you remember, few weeks back, Costco and Sam's Club were already liquidating massive amounts of Xbox stock in recent months, and that alone had people wondering, is Xbox losing retail presence right before our eyes and right before the biggest shopping season of the year? Well, let's go ahead and talk about it right here, guys, because this is an interesting story that's developing, and I don't think we have all the true sides to the story. So let's talk. Cue the cavalry, guys. We got Windows Central, which is perhaps the most unbiased Xbox cheerleader site on the planet, guys, that rushed to shut this rumor down. They published this article titled, "No, Target and Walmart are not removing Xbox products from their stores as Xbox misinformation reaches new levels." Now, according to them, this is all misinformation. They even threw in that tired AI and bots are making things worse line in here. Like, come on, son. Okay, so in this article, which we're going to glance at it briefly just to give you a heads up, they quote a Target employee, a random Walmart worker, and they even have Major Nelson himself saying that he went to Target and saw Xbox hardware for sale. So I guess that's it, right? Wow, case closed. Everyone. Major Nelson found a controller. Let's give him a round of applause. Crisis averted. Xbox is safe, guys, but let's be real, okay? If you walk into any store, you'll still see a few Xbox products lying around. That's not the point. The point is scale, the size of the shelf, the visibility, the placement. And that's what people are saying is shrinking, not vanishing. It's going away ever so slightly to where we're literally down to peanuts with Xbox stuff in the store. Looking at this article, you can see they say a new Xbox rumor started this weekend that's now blown out of proportion. As usual, late into the evening on Saturday, Redditors flocked to the Xbox subreddit as someone claimed their local Target begun removing the Xbox section from their store. Then various blog sites who seem oddly invested in the concept of Xbox dying ran with headlines based on said anonymous reports, likely buoyed by the fact that Costco recently has reduced its Xbox offering, compounding expectations of a wider retail route. Now, it's not because we're set on Xbox failing, guys. It's because we're talking about stuff that could affect the gaming industry. But for a reason, journalists like to be snarky towards gamers giving their take. You can see right here, counter reports came in from various sources like Dustin Lingery, who said, I just called my local Walmart to ask if they were discontinuing or pulling Xbox stock. They said, at least to my knowledge, I haven't heard anything about like clearing inventory or anything like that or about being discontinued. They also said still have them in stock. So first of all, I want to know, who fuck is Dustin Lingery? Am I supposed to know who they are? But apparently they're a source, a Trust Me Bro source. And then you can see we also spoke to a Target employee at our end who also discredited claims of a wider Xbox removal, Who's the target employee that you talk to? Just some anonymous source? Windows Central? How are we supposed to believe what you're saying? But here's the part with Major Nelson saying even the legendary Xbox alumni Larry Major Nelson chimed in, stating, all I know is I went to a couple Target and GameStop stores this week and did find Xbox hardware and games for sale. I even did a little investigative work by going to my local Target during an unrelated errand where I stopped by to check the shelves. Sure enough, everything was there except for the consoles themselves. When I checked their website, I noticed that not a single Xbox Series X was available, but multiple Series S consoles were for purchase. But Xbox stock does tend to fluctuate heavily as Microsoft seems to manufacture them practically to order these days. The Xbox Series X is regularly sold out as Microsoft seems particularly fearful of creating oversupply situations for whatever reason. Some of the silicon is being used to power Xbox cloud gaming, however, which is another angle likely at play here. So this article smells and reeks of damage control, in my humble opinion, guys. It's a lot of words without saying a lot of nothing. A lot of evidence without evidence, so to speak, when photos that people are posting online show otherwise, whether it's store rebranding, remodeling. I actually had somebody in my comments say that their new floor plan is a smaller Xbox section, which is fair enough, but again, it's about scale. It's about how big and how visible the section is. It can't be good if they're lowering it and making it smaller. That's nothing to like sit here and be like, oh well, you're lying, because the fact is it's changing. Okay, it's shrinking. Its visibility is smaller. End of the day. What this really is a PR corporate spin, guys, and I get tired of dealing with this. I lose patience with this sort of corporate spin, because first off, when people from PR companies at corporations like Microsoft start to say like Target and Walmart remain committed partners, that basically means nothing. It's corporo speak. It's a spin. It's just a generic statement so that people don't panic, so shareholders don't get mad. They said the same thing about third-party exclusives before shipping Xbox games to PlayStation, right? Like, oh, we're committed to our third-party libraries. Think how many times when stuff is actually going bad behind the scenes that they stay committed to stuff. They're not going to tell us things are going bad until the last possible second here, guys. Microsoft's problem isn't misinformation here. It's mistrust. They've burned through it. After years of U-turns, weak messaging, and identity crisis between hardware, Game Pass, and the Xbox Cloud, people don't know what Xbox even is anymore at this point. Even as somebody who's owned every single Xbox since the original right here, this doesn't feel like their leadership is good at all right now. It feels like they're literally trying to survive as long as they can, whether they're trying to make it to the end of this year or whatever fiscal year they have going on. They're trying to survive here, guys. And look, when I flipped through this year's holiday catalogs that are already coming out for like Walmart, GameStop, Amazon, I saw PlayStation front and center. I saw Nintendo. Guess what I didn't see much of? Xbox. They're literally shrinking their visibility at this point. How does that happen when it's the holiday season coming up? We're in October. We got a couple more months till Christmas. If your console was thriving, if you were doing great, if you had games, if you were successful at all, you would be front and center, or you would be fighting to be front and center. Because again, it's about scale, it's about visibility. But Xbox is like next to nothing as far as this goes. And I'm sure, like I always say, some in the comments, what does this even matter? Well, this isn't just about one rumor or one shelf space, guys. This is about Xbox's presence as a whole in the gaming industry. If you're a kid walking through Target during Christmas and you don't see Xbox next to PlayStation or the Switch stuff, what message does that send? Retail visibility drives perception. It drives success. And perception drives sales, guys. And when Xbox is out of sight, it's out of mind. And that's not just with the gaming industry. That's with every single thing in the industry. Let's not pretend this is some kind of anti-Xbox conspiracy. Oh, you guys are just wanting Xbox to die here. People want Xbox to succeed, okay? Gamers need competition. If Xbox fails, the industry is going to start not being as great as it once was. Think of like when WWE bought WCW. Look how bad wrestling got for a bit. Now, as far as Xbox goes, when your biggest defenders, right, your Xbox fanboys are forced to rely on trust us, trust me, bro, everything's fine, PR statements, that's not a good sign. You're going to lose the trust of your consumers. So, I don't know, guys. Maybe all this is overblown. Maybe we're just a little too eager beaver for Xbox to fill. Maybe Target and Walmart are keeping Xbox around. But when we look at the bigger picture here, guys, from Costco's liquidation to the missing holiday promotions to years of bad communication from Xbox, it's hard not to wonder if Xbox is slowly fading out of the spotlight. And it's not out of the question. It's not unreasonable to feel like that. Well, I want to know what you guys think, guys. What do you think down below? Let me know in the comments. Is this just internet drama, or are we watching Xbox's retail presence quietly vanish before our very eyes? Make sure you drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear where you stand as far as this goes. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, hit that subscription, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you so much. As always, take care. Peace out.